Bitcoin briefly falling to $45,000 and receiving a quick bounce. Was that the final dumpage before the pumpage? I'm your host, Brandon Bust, and will Bitcoin do something soon? Maybe. That's it for me. Bye-bye. New channel. Subscribe. Turn misses absolutely time-sensitive alerts as well. We have 6 days and 20 hours until the next Ledger equivalent BTC competition. All you have to do is drop your comment below. It is for subs. We will be picking the winner today. As well, tons of scammers. Don't respond to anyone. I only have one Instagram and one Twitter. They're both below. Scammers are everywhere. If you see the fake accounts, if you see them responding to you, report them. They're not me. I will never message you. That's it. With further ado, let's dump in. Peak. So with Bitcoin briefly dipping below the 200-day moving average here earlier today, Bitcoin is currently hanging on by a thread. But how long can this last? Before we get into that as well, Dalio here saying that he's also in ETH, praising crypto as he calls cash the worst investment. This is quite a turnaround. If you guys remember, just a couple of years ago, not a big fan of crypto. Okay. However, now he's a big fan of crypto, and he's calling cash the worst investment and a problematic asset that will lose 4 to 5%, probably much more, to inflation. So hedge fund titan Ray Dalio describing crypto as impressive, confirming that he holds ETH in addition to Bitcoin, and cash might be the very worst investment there is. This is my favorite quote. The billionaire who previously compared cash to trash reiterated his dislike for fiat, calling it the poorest investment and the debasement of fiat money, a result of government's unprecedented fiscal stimulus to help economies through a pandemic, has made assets like Bitcoin look more inflation resistant. Absolutely. Okay. If we would go back to 2008 and we had the option for Bitcoin, I think a lot of people would have liked that, but we didn't. And Bitcoin was created as a response to that 2008 financial crisis. And as well, one thing I did want to highlight as well that I think is interesting and absolutely true, all investing is gambling, not just crypto. We get all these, you get comparisons to whether you're trading or literally gambling on a gambling website or investing in crypto or Bitcoin or smaller, more risky coins. At the end of the day, technically all of it is gambling. And this guy puts it very nicely. You have better odds than a casino if you do it right and you manage your risk. But at the end of the day, it's still gambling. Whether it's real estate, stocks, crypto, etc., risk management is important because you're gambling. You have to manage your risk. The only reason you have risk is because you're gambling. And even though clearly I think Bitcoin has a much better reason to be buying it than, going to a casino, at the end of the day, literally nobody on the planet knows how any of this can turn out. So that's just important to keep in the back of your mind. But yeah, if we take a look at Bitcoin here, once again, still just trudging along at the bottom here, absolutely ridiculously low amounts of volume. This is the lowest volume that we've seen. That is impressive. This is the lowest volume that we've seen in like 2 years. This volume is like dead. There's nothing there. And if we go to this weekly chart for Bitcoin here, one thing I do want to point out is on this MACD cross, we actually have this bearish cross that has been playing out for a few weeks now. But again, just very important to note, we saw this happen back in the summer, and obviously it was much more exacerbated, much more dramatic, much bigger. But it is important to note that we have gotten that cross again. It doesn't guarantee anything. Again, what would become very bearish is if we do not hold this 50-week, which again, we're there right now. So we just have to be realistic. If Bitcoin starts dumping, and specifically if it sets a low lower than this one, if it goes below 42,000, then we have to be honest with ourselves. This could get dumpier. And the question everyone's wondering, will all of the alts go with it? Most likely. I don't see any reason why this early in crypto's development that wouldn't happen. Maybe in the future, maybe 5, 10, 20 years in the future. But right now, if Bitcoin would dump, then I think most other things would as well. And also interesting times for the SPX, which we've been battling this 50-day moving average after being below the 21-day. We just have to see how this plays out as well because of how tightly correlated the S&P is with Bitcoin. All right, so we're going to pick a winner for the competition here. All you have to do is, guys, make sure to leave your comment. So, yeah, that was number one. I just want to, so it was number one. I just did it again to make sure it counted it. But this will be yesterday's video. Remember, all you have to do is leave your comment below to enter every Friday. And let's see who the winner is. Make sure to respond to your winning comment below. And then also, I'll send you an email, or you can send me one, or get a hold of me on Twitter as well. But congratulations to Mike. Wow, sick. Let's go. Let's get it. Awesome. Congratulations, Mike. And as well, if you guys are interested in any bonuses, make sure to check out the pinned comment and description below. Never send your money to scammers. Scammers are everywhere. so many fake accounts of me and a lot of other people as well. So always be careful. Without any further ado,